Bray Wyatt got released. They really released Bray Wyatt. I'm shocked. I'm just shocked. Let's play a WWE Management Simulator. In this game, you're gonna have to make good decisions and build the best roster possible. Hey everyone, I'm Stinky Jerry and I'm here to build the best roster possible. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. No. Yes. Oh yes. Pink hair. Me love pink hair. Pink hair look good. Mask look bad. It looks scary. It be bad. Oh yes, take all my money. By the way, that was a watered down version. It's actually a lot worse. So, the reason WWE released Bray Wyatt is... he was spooky. I wanna sleep. I see the Fiend. I sleep no more. Wrestling world is just on fire lately. We're gonna talk about Bray Wyatt. CM Punk update. McMahon responds to AEW. Ryback enters TikTok announcer competition. And a lot more, so stay tuned.
Good morning, everybody.
This one applies to you.
I'm getting hungry.
Breakfast with Brock Lesnar. Medium well, baked potato, steamed broccoli.
Why would you play games with me?
I lost my investment.
The ultimate farmer. Drew McIntyre.
I'm 100% in.
And I've lost my savings.
Farming is gambling.
Oh boy.
I can go out and spend 10 hours in my tractor.
Why would I watch the show?
Welcome back to the channel, my beautiful forehead maniacs, my dingly dongly growers, Coco Jumbo enthusiasts. How are you doing today? Welcome to another episode of Greatness of Wrestling, seducing you here with that magnificent plasma forehead. So, you know, I know it's late news. Bray Wyatt got released a few days ago, but, you know, that's how I treat my channel right now. I'm not trying to jump on trends and basically rush out a video with no information whatsoever. I know that I have an audience, and even though I'll probably get a lot less views than I would upload this video right after the news, at least it's a good video. And even if it's less people enjoying it, people are enjoying it more. That's the goal right here. And that's what I like about my current situation on YouTube, is that I know that I don't have to rush anything. At the end of the day, I have an audience who appreciate the content, who enjoy the content, so whenever I'll upload, there are quite a few people who will watch anyway. And, you know, I like that. I appreciate that. So, of course, this is the second episode of brand new Greatness of Wrestling. And hopefully this video is gonna be a bit longer, because I planned the last video to be like 30 minutes and it was like 25. And I want this to be like a semi-podcast, me talking to you, having a conversation, a bit laid back, you know, me basically rambling. But at the end of the day, I want this to be a video where I could, you know, express my feelings without it being way too scripted and, you know, basically squashed into this 10-minute video. Basically a bit laid back. And it will probably improve my English as well, because, you know, I'll probably have less cuts. That's gonna be hard, but hopefully it's working out. So hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos. And I have a lot of stuff to talk about today. Tons of stuff. Like, wrestling world is on fire. Imagine having rumors that Daniel Bryan and CM Punk are going to AEW, and that's not the only news. It's crazy out here. I have some big news, some smaller news, but I basically tried to find everything I could that is at least a little bit interesting, and I'll give you my opinion on all of it. I also have a IWC Gone Wrong segment in this video, and as long as wrestling fans exist, this segment will never end, because wrestling fans are some of the most interesting species in the world. The good news is, ever since they started watching my videos, I think they have the largest Coco Jumbos in population, so at least that's good, right? So let's talk about Bray Wyatt. Yes, Bray Wyatt got released by the WWE. That's absolutely shocking. Came out of nowhere. You know, when Braun Strowman got released, I was shocked. I thought it's impossible that someone like Braun Strowman, someone that WWE invested so much time in, could get released. You know, when you look at people like Braun Strowman, you think he's safe. Obviously, he's not gonna get released. When you look at Bray Wyatt, you think it's impossible that someone like Bray Wyatt, such a creative genius, could get released by the WWE. Someone that was at one point considered the Undertaker of the modern era. It sounded impossible, and once I saw that tweet, I think I didn't see it from the official WWE Twitter account. I thought it's fake. I hate to say this because I hate when people do, but imagine releasing Bray Wyatt because of budget cuts. That's the story right here. Budget cuts. You know, Nick Khan, whoever that guy is, basically he has a lot of control in the WWE right now. Imagine releasing Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, Murphy, all of these guys, like, I don't know, 50,000 wrestlers at this point, but thinking, you know what? Eva Marie is a good investment. Yeah, that's what we need. There's a lot of talent on the roster. Bray Wyatt is the problem right here. And look, I hate to say this because it's a dick move to say why this got released and this didn't, you know, basically talking about someone else's job. I know it's a dick move, but realistically speaking, you released like, I don't know, 30 wrestlers this year, and you brought back Eva Marie. I do see a problem with that. I want to know who came up with that decision, why. If you're releasing all of these superstars because of budget cuts, why couldn't you keep someone instead of hiring Eva Marie who adds nothing to the product? I have a problem with that. I know it's a dick move, and I'm sorry, but I'm not. I am not sorry right here. Not one bit. It's absolutely ridiculous. And like I've said, Bray Wyatt is someone that just looked safe. And now looking at the roster, outside of John Cena, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Seth Rollins maybe, no one is really that safe. I've also heard Bray Wyatt got released via text message. Yeah, Bray, remember that time I told you to get a new mask and basically possibly win the championship? Yeah, that is not happening. We like paying hair too much. And some of you may find, older clips of me saying that I'm not into The Fiend that much, but that's not Bray Wyatt's fault. I think he's a creative genius. He's a wrestler's wrestler. A true professional wrestler who loves his craft, and I've heard he gets into this weird mind to get into character, weird, whatever. He's a true wrestler. But I think WWE ruined the guy. When he lost to Goldberg, and then they basically gave his gimmick to Alexa Bliss, which also, I'm seeing a lot of people blaming Alexa. You're crazy. She has nothing to do with this. It's the WWE. But I'm saying when they decided to put Alexa Bliss and Bray Wyatt together, that's when it went wrong. The Fiend stopped being special. Instead of wanting to, destroy people, he wanted to smash. That's when the problems began, and of course losing to Goldberg, that's an obvious one. I can't believe someone like this, someone who had so much hype, could be ruined so much. And I'm not some AEW mark or WWE mark. I'm trying to be as realistic as possible, always. And now people will say, well, Bray Wyatt is gonna get signed by AEW, you're signing way too many talent. Look, like I've said many times, it's a great business decision to sign popular people. I don't see a problem with that whatsoever, especially considering AEW are gonna have like 2 shows right now. But if you're not signing Bray Wyatt, you're Tony Khan and you're not signing Bray Wyatt, you're brain dead. You're absolutely stupid. Also, according to Pro Wrestling Insider, they say that Vince McMahon and Bray Wyatt's relationship run very hot and cold at times, and Nick Khan has been given the ability to run things more than anyone ever before, and that could be why there wasn't pushback to this move. It's really hard to believe that Vince McMahon would be such a cuck. I don't see that as a possibility. I think you can't really blame Nick Khan. Vince McMahon is still the owner of the WWE. He could still make these decisions. A couple of months ago, we also seen rumors that Bray Wyatt, has some mental health issues because of, Brody's passing, which is understandable, and I think that's the case. But right now, it's basically saying that it's not the reason. The reason is budget cuts, because WWE are poor. Can we set up a GoFundMe for the WWE? They probably just spent way too much money on the big screen on SmackDown and Raw they're using. We need to help WWE. They're not even paying Baron Corbin right now. So, I'm not trying to get emotional, but I feel sorry for the WWE. Also, Fightful says morale in the WWE locker room took a big hit from this, and some veterans no longer feel their jobs are safe anymore. It's interesting to me. WWE know that AEW are around, and they're still releasing all these big talent that could potentially, boost AEW ratings even more. What's the plan right here? Are they stupid, or is this some genius plan that we just don't understand yet? But look, the good news is Bray Wyatt is gonna be just fine. With that amount of talent, popularity, hype, he's gonna be just fine. Probably be even happier if he gets more creative control. And that's gonna be interesting to see what Bray Wyatt can do with more creative given. But someone in the WWE definitely deserves a kick in the dick. Let's talk about Vince McMahon not thinking that AEW is competition. Basically, Vince McMahon revealed that it's nowhere near to the point that WCW was, competition to the WWE. It's not even close. He also said, I'm not sure what their investments are. When it comes to their talent, perhaps we could give them some more. Yeah, AEW, you big mad. I released a bunch of popular wrestlers and you signed them. Roasted. Wait a minute. I think for the most part, Vince McMahon knows what he's doing, but lately, the man is old. And it's showing. I don't understand what's happening with this company anymore. It almost, to me, sometimes I get this feeling that WWE have zero passion for the product anymore. It's just a money-making business, which, kinda understandably, but still, there's no passion left. They don't like the product, they don't care about it, they just care about the money, and I do understand it's a business, but the latest decisions are just mind-blowing. They're probably releasing all of these talents to save a couple of $1,000s. And is AEW competition? Well, you see, the thing is, ratings are not everything. I understand that. I know WWE makes 100 times more money. I'm sure with merchandise sales and all these deals, Peacock, Network, whatever the case may be, they're drowning in money. Or, like I've said, they're broke. I don't know which one it is. Not sure, honestly. They're not paying Corbin, so whatever. Ratings are not everything. But Raw is, getting 1.6, 1.79, something like that. AEW is also getting sometimes 1.2. That's very close. That is super close. And if you keep releasing all these talent, Daniel Bryan is coming, CM Punk is coming, you're gonna get Raw ratings. It's gonna be equal. It is competition. It doesn't necessarily mean AEW is gonna, get you out of business. Not at all, that's impossible. But it is competition. As long as your viewers are leaving to watch another company, it's competition. People who drink Coca-Cola decide to drink Pepsi, it's competition. It's as simple as that. I also have a bit of a CM Punk update. Regarding Punk, Haynes says Punk is 100% for Chicago, but it could be the September 1st Dynamite, the September 3rd Rampage, or All Out on September 5th. And I'm gonna watch, and I'm sure CM Punk will be there. This time, I think it's 100% confirmed. CM Punk is signed. He will be in AEW. He didn't deny the rumors. As a matter of fact, he teased something on Instagram. And I've seen a clip of Darby Allin saying that in Chicago, he wants to face the best in the world or something along those lines. So AEW are basically saying, yes, CM Punk is signed without saying that CM Punk is signed. Like I've said in my previous Greatness of Wrestling video, TNT had a problem with Sting's debut because it wasn't announced. So basically people didn't know that, so the ratings didn't improve during that episode, at least. So now they're giving you that possibility, but you don't know. It's not confirmed, but there is a possibility. So people will watch just to see if CM Punk will show up. I'm not sure when he will be there, but I'm sure I'll watch all of these 3 events. When it comes to Daniel Bryan, I have no idea when Daniel Bryan is debuting in AEW. But man, wrestling is just so cool right now. It's just so good. So much shit is happening at the same time. Unfortunately, we still get these horrible decisions like, let's release Bray Wyatt. But at the end of the day, finally, it's interesting again. And, I don't know the situation with AEW Rampage, but I think it should work like SmackDown, it should be a separate brand, because AEW's roster is just massive right now. It's so big. And that's the reason why we get like 5 tag team matches on the show, and that's the reason why I stopped watching. It got boring. A bunch of random ass tag team matches on the same show, and that's just not for me. I stopped caring. So hopefully with this other show, they're gonna have more TV time to put more talent on television, but in normal, interesting matches, more segments instead of all of these random ass tag team, 6-man tag team matches, whatever. You get the point. Ryback entered the TikTok SummerSlam announcer competition, and I'm rooting for my boy Ryback.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring first, accompanied by Oswald Cobblepot, aka Fat Schmuck. He is the head of the table, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And his opponent. You can't see him, but China certainly can. John Cena!
I don't know how many of my fellow YouTubers joined. I don't care. You're nothing to me compared to my boy Ryback. My Ryback got me into a perfect shape. Look, muscles, everything. A little bit of leg action. These legs, you're not born with these kind of legs. It's all Ryback, man. It's all Ryback. And that's why I'm 100% supporting Ryback. He got the jokes.
Fat Schmuck!
He got the charisma.
John!
I love the guy. Unfortunately, I couldn't contact him. I actually wanted to make a collab video with Ryback eating Cheetos. Just a Zoom call of me and Ryback eating Cheetos. And, expressing our feelings. Ryback, it's so hot. My mouth is burning. Yeah! Would have been a really interesting video. But unfortunately, it's not happening. So, I don't know. But Ryback, I just want you to know you got my support. For Hedomaniacs, also support you. And I think it's a very big possibility that WWE are gonna, make you a winner.
Fat Schmuck!
Very big possibility. Welcome to IWC Gone Wrong. Today's tweet is a bit more offensive or shocking, I would say. It's a bit more shocking than last week. Last week we talked about Alexa's butt. Like I've said, serious issues are never being ignored on this channel. I never run away from these. We talked about Alexa's butt, maybe next time we'll talk about global warming. Sliced Wrestling tweeted, "The stars of Raw tonight. Connor's cure." I think that's an old tweet, but it doesn't matter. Wrestling fans are absolutely immortal, and their stupidity will never go away. So we're talking about brave, strong kids right here. You know what Connor's cure is all about. Democrats 2020 tweeted, "Already love the name. I bet his family's Thanksgivings are just absolutely unbelievable, no politics involved. Still disappointed the Fiend didn't attack those cancer victims. The opportunity to get nuclear heat naturally doesn't happen very often." Yeah, I just read that. That was written by a human being. That was a real sentence. Is he right? Nah, I'm not gonna go. Not gonna go with this one. Maybe, nah. Nah. Yeah. Yeah, you see, sometimes there are different ways to get heat. Sometimes things are just a bit untasteful, tasteless. But that's what the show is all about. IWC Gone Wrong. And that is a tweet that should not exist. Thank you for your attention.
Fat schmuck!
I know you missed the crowds. I know you missed John Cena. What else did you miss? Of course, WWE in Saudi Arabia, because they are returning. Matt Men's Andrew Zarian heard from a source. WWE is planning its return to Saudi Arabia for October 21st. I have a pretty controversial opinion on these events. I know they're problematic. I understand that. I do kinda it's, how do I say this? It's a weird pleasure. It's a guilty pleasure. The thing is, as stupid as they are, as random as they are, I like them because they're like Vince McMahon's wet dreams. Matches that would never happen in Saudi Arabia because of the amount of money. And in a weird way, it's like watching 2K games. In a weird way, I like that. When you announce Undertaker vs. Goldberg, that interests me. When you announce that D-Generation X are returning, I'm interested in that. So, at the end of the day, as stupid as these matches, events, these storylines are, they're random, they make no sense whatsoever, it's a guilty pleasure. I like that. In a weird way. It's like watching 2K, but in reality. I also like the fact that they have like championships that basically don't get acknowledged at all. It's weird, it's stupid. I like that. I like comedy. Let's just say that. I like comedy. Big fan of comedy right here. So I appreciate these events. Now, with that being said, they're gonna get a lot of money, man. So, firing Bray Wyatt again doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, to be honest with you guys, I don't really see a lot of dream matches left. I think my prediction would be Goldberg versus Roman Reigns, because that match was supposed to happen. It never did. Also, John Cena is not going there. We all know that. Maybe Randy Orton versus... I got nothing, man. I honestly got nothing. It's probably not gonna be as special as it was back in the day. Who else? Who else do we got? Man, I have no idea. I was about to say The Fiend, but that happened. Okay, I don't see a lot of possibilities right here. Goldberg versus Reigns. Maybe Brock Lesnar versus Lashley. That's a big possibility. At the end of the day, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be a very wet dream. And in a weird way, I'm interested. Unfortunately, Jeff Hardy got COVID and that's why he's not on Raw lately. And according to Fightful Select, Karrion Kross was originally supposed to lose to Jeff Hardy for a second week in a row before plans changed because, Jeff Hardy got sick. Another source, Zarian, was told that before Jeff Hardy tested positive, the plan was for Karrion Kross to keep losing on Raw until Scarlett shows up. So, he's basically a loser without his lady. I don't know how legit this is, but that's absolutely mind-blowing. Really, that was the plan? The first time people were mad didn't tell you anything. That was the plan all along. Just keep losing. NXT champion, by the way. Did you know that? Yeah. WWE are planning a Queen of the Ring. Andrew Zarian says WWE will be doing a Queen of the Ring tournament and it's currently slated to start the October 10th episode of SmackDown. Why not both? Why can't we have King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring? It should be a pay-per-view in my opinion. It's weird that WWE are basically doing shows every damn week. They have pay-per-view every month. And instead of stupid-ass pay-per-views like, I don't know, let's say Capital Punishment or whatever we have these days. I don't know, balls, testicles on fire or whatever they had. Why can't they give us a big-ass pay-per-view like King of the Ring? Sounds big, sounds like Survivor Series, like Royal Rumble, like SummerSlam, WrestleMania. It has a theme, it sounds big, and King of the Ring gets a championship opportunity, just like in the Royal Rumble match, but it's a lot harder to win because it's a whole damn tournament. It's so easy to book, it's so simple, the winner doesn't have to wear the stupid crown, you know. Basically, you should say the winner is the best wrestler, and you put a bunch of main eventers in the tournament. That's it. It's such a big opportunity, such a wasted opportunity for the WWE. I'm not sure why they're not doing it. When it comes to Queen of the Ring, yeah, that's good. It's the first time ever, you know, great. Awesome. Why can't we have both? What's the problem right here? I know Shinsuke Nakamura is King of the Ring right now, but it happened in a normal match. And it did more for Corbin than it did for Shinsuke Nakamura, in my opinion. So, I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's good news. It's just that with the WWE always, one step forward, two steps back. Next! And finally, let's talk about Becky Lynch. People are waiting for her return. But according to Ringside News, Becky Lynch won't be returning anytime soon. She at least won't be back before the next draft. And you know, for being selfish, obviously that's bad news. We want entertainment. But, I mean, it's pretty understandable. She has a kid, and if you have children, you know how tough it is. I'm making YouTube videos, and I felt it, so, you know, let's be a bit more understanding right here. Unfortunately, though, like I've said, Bianca Belair's last interesting opponent is Sasha Banks, and it's something we've seen before. So after Sasha Banks, I see no one. Unless it's gonna be dragged for like 4 or 5 months until Becky is back. Other than that, women's division is suffering really bad. Like right now, of course, I'm interested in this rivalry. Finally, it's personal. Sasha is a heel. It's personal. I like that. It's gonna be great. The matches are gonna be awesome. But other than Sasha Banks, there's no one really left. No one legit enough. Obviously, we're getting a draft, but it's gonna be the same people again. It's gonna be Bianca versus Charlotte or whatever. It's the same thing over and over again. But I have a big tip for the WWE that will solve all the problems. Release more talent. Yeah. Seems to be working really well. Release more talent until you have like 2 people. And look, it's a great business decision. It's a great booking, creative decision. Because then you can basically have the same match over and over again. A rematch after rematch on Raw or SmackDown. A rematch after rematch on a pay-per-view. Wait, that's what you're already doing. So, I don't know. Anyway, people, that's all I got for you today. What I've noticed, you know, while watching Raw SmackDown, it's like a big family. Look, we have an audience back. It's the WWE Universe. Yay, everything is going so well. Dominic Mysterio's first match in front of a live audience. That's so emotional. We love our talent. We love our talent. It's like a family. It's like a big family. And Vince McMahon is the puppy. And, you know, while reading the news, it seems like it's not as good as it looks. And we already knew that, but, you know, there's always this benefit of the doubt. And it's kind of a shame they released talent like Bray Wyatt, and I think Murphy had a lot of potential. Aleister Black, they really released Aleister Black. Braun Strowman. I could go on and on. It's crazy. It's crazy out there. But, you know, WWE's loss is AEW's gain. And as much criticism as AEW will get, it's criticism from dumb people who don't understand business at all. So I think they should sign most of these talent, because they're not just WWE's puppets, they're human beings who need a job. So stop acting like they're just some WWE made anime characters. Like, they're human beings, they need a job, they have a lot of talent, and if they didn't have talent, people wouldn't care about them in the first place. Yes, WWE made them popular, but they also released them, and they deserve to have a future in the wrestling business. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching the video. Wrestling is just a roller coaster right now, man. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully this video was a bit longer. I mean, I'm recording for like over 40 minutes right here. It's probably gonna be like 25 minutes again. I don't know, man. As always, the great one. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.